I remember that day. When the skies pounded the earth. Those of us who survived the cataclysm and were not mauled by the creatures fled into the metro. There, in the outer darkness of the tunnels, we found refuge. And we will fight for our future until we die.
Alrighty, hey everybody, and welcome this week to, as you saw, Until We Die. It's going to be quite a treat for you guys because it combines three of some of the coolest games that exist right now. The first of which is it's in the art style of Metal Slug. If you've played that, I haven't played it personally, but I do like the art style of it. The second of which is Kingdoms, which is a little survival management game that I enjoy, and then the last of which that it takes a lot of story elements from is the Metro games. I played a little bit of them, but I didn't make it through much. I really like the story of those games though, so I'm gonna hop into it without holding you for too long. This is kind of a like a survival actiony management type game that takes place in a metro. So we've got two characters that we can pick from here, Ivan and Anna. I like Ivan hands down better. I think he's way stronger. He has a perk which gives him a powerful shot. Every fifth shot of his is explosive that comes out of his gun, and he has a machine gun. There's infinite ammo. Anna's perk is she has a shotgun, but any food that she picks up will restore her stamina some. So she's got her own buffs. It's just not, there's only one map right now to pick from. It's this Electro Zaskia. I'm sorry. I apologize. And right now she just is not very good for that map. Our buddy Ivan is though. We've got three different difficulty modes you can see here, normal of which our max rank is B and we survive for 28 days. There's three big sieges and they take place in the number of days that we have divided by 3. So we're not playing on normal, we're going to be playing on seasoned, and these will be our modifiers. The hardest difficulty, unfortunately, is just a little bit too hard for me to make a let's play of. I have 100% of this game. I just am worried about the quality of the let's play if I were to play with all of those modifiers on. So anyway, we're going to be doing 25 days in the seasons difficulty. And that is that. So this game, if you're unfamiliar with it, is, as I mentioned, a little survival management taking place here in a metro. We've got a train card operator man here, and as soon as we get out of the train, I'm going to set these guys to work because otherwise we're going to die. We've got our three little henchmen buddies here that we're going to have scavenge these resources. These guys can scavenge resources for you, and they do it at a fairly brisk pace, but they're not the fastest, and we have to get our base set up before the end of night. So anyway, that guy's going to come back with some reinforcements shortly, and in the meantime I'm going to go ahead and get our base set up. We have a couple of resources that you can see on the screen here now while these guys collect and build for me. In the top left we have scrap, which our mechanics use to build things, and then we have the food, which we use to trade for science and more of these guys, our little minions, and then we have science, which we use to research things. As we hit milestones, we get to little perks, and this is the first perk that we can pick from. We have Agitator, which means for the next 2 trips, the merchant will bring an additional follower, and then every dwelling of the 4th level 1 tramp will come to the base, which is what they call the little peons or the people. Then there's combat training. The merchant will bring an additional digger next time. New diggers get veteran status immediately, and diggers clear rubble faster. Dash will consume less energy. So this is honestly kind of hard for me to pick, but I'm going to go with Agitator. It's not hands down an easy decision for me to make, despite making it so quickly. Unfortunately, we just kind of have to be quick, otherwise we will get consumed by the monsters that come at night. You'll notice at the very top of the screen that we have time that keeps ticking away. Right now it's daytime, and then there's dusk, which is the warning time before it becomes nighttime, which is the dark purple at the top of the screen. On the right side, near the middle right, you can see the number of characters that we have of the specific classes that we have. Right now we only have the basic guys. Before nightfall comes, I do want to make sure that I have 8 food. That way I can trade it to the train cart guy to bring us some more supplies and more tramps. It feels weird because this game is made by a Russian man, and tramps translated into American vernacular is not the same, obviously, as it is in Russian. So it feels weird to call these adult men tramps. Anyway, or anybody to call tramps, because that's kind of rude. Now, in the top right, we have our population cap, which is at 3 out of 8 right now. If you hit the cap, the train men will stop bringing you survivors, and he also survivors will not come ambiently to your camp from the places that they can come from, which is your dwellings, like we just got the perk for. And then finally, you can see that the train man is almost back to our station, which is really nice. I just kind of want to get this wall finished on the right side, and then maybe, well, let's see, we got a lot we can choose from. The other 2 circles that are beside the train man, I'm kind of waiting to bother explaining until we actually can, but just so you know now, it's for research and scavenging. I'm going to go ahead and get these tramps to looting this here. He'll bring us scrap, tramps, and a little bit of science every single night, so that's nice. Now we have to watch these walls because we will get attacked by monsters throughout the night. Generally, there are 2 waves, but for the first night there's only 1 wave. Thankfully, they try and make it easier on you. At the top of the screen, beside the day counter, I'm sorry if we're going a little bit fast here, but we're kind of required to. At the very top of the screen, beside the day counter, you can see our walls, how many we have and their health. Right now, thankfully, our walls' health are just fine, but they can dip down to yellow and then red, respectively. And red means that they're about to break. The right side wall doesn't get attacked the first night, which is fortunate for us. I am just during the first night, you can kind of come outside of your walls to scavenge a little bit, and the later nights too, if you've defeated all of the waves that come throughout the night. I just want to get as much ahead as possible because this game is really difficult. Like I said, I was able to beat it thankfully on the season difficulty before, but I'm not doing it for the Let's Play, but we are still trying to win. We're shooting to win. So I do want to have more food by the next time that train man would come. We need 8 in total to be able to trade. And I think otherwise we are all caught up on the explanations as far as the UI is concerned. Now, we did build a building, and I'm sure you said, what in the world, why'd he build that? Well, I want to build the engineering camp so that I can have engineers for 1, and then I want to build the digger camp for 2. So I'm going to go ahead and set these guys to loot that. And then these guys should be done by the time I get back. That's good. And we have to set one of them to man that stand and make us shovels. And then what we can do with those shovels is make diggers. So hey, there we go. We got our first digger. That's really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and dip out a little bit and get these guys set on looting and stuff. Now there's our first real adversary ahead of us. We've got eggs. Those pustules make eggs. The pustules by themselves are not very dangerous, but the egg sacs are. And he says they're outgrowths. So we have to, in order to get rid of them, we can shoot the egg sacs, but the pustules we have to actually hit with our shovels. So I'm going to go ahead and send 2 of those guys to loot and go back and get another shovel guy. We can't interact with things whenever we're too close to the pustules because it makes our character panic. So, and the pustules begin to gradually grow into your territory too, so that's kind of dangerous. You basically just want to kind of get ahead of it. So we have got another volunteer, which is nice. Nice, and we just have enough food to give to that guy. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these guys to staff this stand, and then I'm going to take the wrench that they give us so that I can have him start on the research. And up in the top right, you'll notice it just started ticking for us is the research meter. So hopefully we'll be able to pop that pustule, and we'll also have a little bit of food from the from the mushrooms that I'd had these guys dig up earlier. I'm going to start these guys on looting another area. There's big scrap piles that we can have them clear as well, but not our basic guys. We can only have those cleared by diggers. So I'm going to go ahead and move these guys forward so I can get that last little bit of food that I need before we move into the night, and then get these guys safe and sound behind the walls. So the way that we're going to get food is there are grubs ahead. They aren't dangerous, even though our character kind of gets an indication over his head like they are. They just give us food whenever we have diggers beat them. You can shoot and kill them, but they don't do you any good because you don't get any food from that. You only get it from sending your diggers after them. So in the meantime, it looks like our last guy that we had has fled behind the walls very wisely. So I'm going to set these guys on the right wall. Generally, my strategy for this game is to get set up like we are right now and then push down one side. We don't want to expand our walls too far, otherwise we'll get hungry, because for the mushrooms to grow that we've been looting our food from, they have to have green grass to grow, like you can see ahead of us here. And they can only grow on that green grass. So if you expand your walls out too far, they won't have any grass to grow on, and you'll be hungry. And then, you won't be able to get supplies, your junk as efficiently. You won't be able to get your tramps as easily. So that was I guess we're right in the midst of that first wave. So that's okay. We're going to wait until that bar is almost to the end of the moon there before we bother going back to the other side or starting on anything else, because the first and second waves are really, really, really tricky. They can happen at any time. See, right there is the second wave, and sometimes you even get surprised with a third wave. Anyway, the train man has now since got us another guy, and I can risk at least getting this guy to loot for us. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go back and check the wall just to make sure that it's okay. And it does look like the wall is okay for right now. And as soon as that bar is on the other side of the moon, I'm going to make a move back for the other side of our wall, the right side. And we're good. So that was our second night. Now, these first couple nights are not very dangerous. My rule of thumb is to have all of my guys sort of focus on the right side, and then I'll handle the left side, because the left side's harder. And that's kind of the meat and potatoes of this game. It's pretty fun. I'm going to set... Whoa. Okay, I went out too early. That's my fault. If you go out at night, you will get attacked by these guys. I can sacrifice the health for it. Ooh, I hope so. Yikes. That's alright. We're okay. I just goofed up and I expanded out too far too soon. That's my fault. Anyway, that's a fine example of what happens if you... go out at night and you're not supposed to. We came extremely close to death there, or I came extremely close to death. And that is that. Anyway, we'll continue on. I was going to have these guys, my diggers, dig up the scraps. I want one on that scrap pile and one on that scrap pile. And then that generally frees us up to expand further into this tunnel if I would want to. And it also frees up some buffs for our characters. Right now there's a reloading bench that the right guy is clearing, and the left side is an additional wall for us. So that's nice. This is another wall. The first guy on the left is clearing the for a new housing unit. That's right. Anyway, I think as far in as I can go, there are more... No, not just yet. There's going to be more of the pustules here before too long. So anyway, we've expanded down this hallway as far as we can. So tomorrow night we will probably expand down the left hallway if we don't just do it today, which is what I'm considering. I'm just a little bit worried since these digger guys are kind of going a little bit slow. That perk lets us, the one that gives us more tramps, lets us expand a lot faster, but unfortunately, I'll leave those guys to dig. That's just fine. They'll clear out that hallway by dusk, and they'll automatically, they used to not quite do this, but they'll automatically come back to the wall. That's pretty cool. This game is in early access. The creator did flee Russia, actually. They lived in Russia and fled Russia after the start of the Russian-Ukrainian war. So, you know, it's been a little bit slow going on the development side. I'm going to loot this track as it comes by. We just got our first research upgrade. Diggers gather supplies faster. So now they are marginally more faster at gathering supplies than the average Joes that we have. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to set these guys to clear that out, and thankfully I do have enough food to send him out again. I haven't really been keeping track of it, but I've somehow been able to stay ahead of it, which is nice. And we've also almost hit our population cap, so I may have to expand down this left side before too long too. Now I'm going to wait till it hits dusk, and then I'm going to set the digger on that wall so that they don't flee behind our walls while I go in further. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pop these eggs just to get ahead of them for tonight, because those eggs do pop at night. And then I'm going to wait for this last little guy here. Ooh, I don't know, it's kind of risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to loot that body. Timur is going to loot it, so that we can have another science if our scientists are do pound through our stuff throughout the night. So I'm going to go set these guys on the right wall. Hopefully I have enough time. I should, because I popped those eggs. I'll set these fellas on the right wall, and we should have 2 diggers there already. Yep, there they are. Set all of our guys on the right wall. We're getting more and more diggers, which is nice, because then I can clear out more of the rubble that's down the way. It does look like they have made it to our walls, and they are yellow now, so I would like to repair those in the next day or two if I'm not being very vigilant on of my walls, like I was neglectful towards the beginning of this night, setting up the guys on the right wall. I also, there are other classes that you can unlock for your minions. There's a sniper class and a machine gun class. I generally really like the machine gun class. I kind of neglect the sniper class for it, but oh well. Anyway, that seems to have been about the second wave, but I am going to let that gray bar go over, because I don't know if you would call it a third wave. Maybe it's just an extended second wave, but I like to be kind of careful. I am going to run back just real quick and grab my buddies over here, because I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to expand down the left hallway, because it seems like it's more resource rich. And I'm also going to set one more engineer on the research. You can have a maximum of 2 on it. So, and then I'm going to have these 2 little munchkin guys repair the wall. And there we go. So we are good and good. I'm going to come out just I don't have enough food anyway, so I'm going to go out just a little bit. Surely first thing in the morning, if I had to guess, there will be some fresh mushrooms for us out here, and I'm going to loot those mushrooms so we can trade it to the train guy. We are pretty well full on our tramps that we can have, so I will have to probably expand down the left hallway, because that's our soonest available house. They call them hallways. It's just the left side of our base. I don't mean to confuse you. Well, yeah, we have enough supplies. I'll put them to work building that wall. Diggers cannot build generally. They can help in very specific circumstances, but generally they cannot build. I'm gonna go ahead and have this guy grab a shovel and start looting both of these diggers. And I do have enough food to go ahead and send that guy out. Now, it only does the check for your resource cap population whenever he's on his way back, not whenever he's on his way out. So that's kind of nice. And also, your population isn't considered capped until it's the population number up there +1, so we can have 9 survivors here as it stands. Also, we can now build more durable walls, so that is great. I'm going to get all my guys together. I want one guy building that wall, one guy building that house, and then I'm going to drag these diggers deeper inside so that I can clear out some junk and some of these pustules on the left side. We're actually making pretty good time right now. We're not doing like super great, but we're doing the best that could be expected for right now. The season difficulty, or the harder one, whatever we're playing right now, the hard difficulty, is pretty hard, all things considered, but it's not as hard as like the hardcore difficulty. I am going to go ahead and put one guy on that and get that guy to looting the food, and then we can move our diggers even further into the tunnel. Start him looting, start him on clearing out that rubble, and pop these guys. Oh, he's going for my fellas. I don't want him to do that. Unfortunately, this game doesn't yet have an ability to clear your save, so I have 100%ed it, which means that all of my guys are fully upgraded. You get upgrades as you progress through the nights. Like if you make it to, if you make it past the first big wave that's in the game, you get a bonus upgrade. And if you make it through the second big wave, the first wave always happens at night 7, and then 14 is the second one. And I'm not so sure about the last one. I think it pretty well always happens on the very last night. So we're not quite done here yet, guys. I do want you to pop that pustule. And you know what? Forget the pustule for just a sec. I want you to grab those mushrooms, because we're going to hit our cap on a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to hit the resource cap for one. Ooh, it's not looking good. I'm kind of dragging my feet a little bit. We're going to hit the resource cap. Not the resource, our survivor cap, and we're also going to hit our maximum research for the time being, which is fine, and I'm going to show you why once we get back to base and we level up, which will happen throughout the night. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it to the left wall in time for the beginning of this night, but I am going to have these guys on the right wall to defend it, as I anticipate there will be mutants slamming into it tomorrow. So I do have enough food to trade with this guy whenever the time would come. They are about to break through my leftmost wall. It is yellow. I need to get out there, hope at least to protect my house, if nothing else. And I just traded my health there. That was completely purposeful, because you trade your HP, which regens, for the wall, which does not regen. It's kind of stupid, but so this is what I was talking about. We can now build a warehouse, which means that whenever the merchant comes, which is, they call him the merchant, the train man, whatever, he will now drop us off more scrap. And the speed of looting scrap near the warehouse is doubled, so they are a lot faster at giving us scrap. I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there to protect this wall. Yikes, the right wall is also being hit pretty heavily. Hopefully they're doing okay. I did not upgrade that wall last night, which I should have heavily considered. It does look like it was repaired by our guys, though, so that's nice. The right wall did get hit pretty heavy for it to go to yellow. The left wall, of course, got hit heavier. The left side is generally has a heavier enemy presence than the right wall. So I'm going to wait until it goes to the other side of the moon, as I normally do, before we bother going back, because whenever they break your stuff, you have to rebuild it, and that costs resources, and unfortunately that's not only inefficient, but it's kind of unfeasible with this difficulty. Now these guys are done. This is what I wanted to talk about. They do have a new job. They are going to build us that warehouse that we now have available. I'm going to have him loot that stuff. These guys are right here, so I don't see a reason not to just go ahead and have them help. Now I want to send the train man away, and then I'll go down the right hallway. I actually think what I'm going to do is have these two little goobers fix that up for us, that wall, upgrade it, so I don't have to worry as much about the right side. I will have to consider expanding once we hit tier 2 technology, which won't happen for a little bit, but something to consider while we're going down this hallway. Set that guy there, put two fellas on this bunch of scrap. Basically, it's distributing your workforce as efficiently as possible to get all of the work that you need done in a day. It does not look like I have enough food for a trade yet tonight, which kind of sucks. Oh yeah, this guy's working on food. What do you know? Sometimes life just works out. So now we just got another perk for improving the warehouse. The better perk probably is this left one. The warehouse has replenished with 1 scrap for every second shield, mine, or Molotov cocktail, which is a later crafting that we can do. I don't really like that, though. I like the barricades, which says the outer walls will be reinforced with a tire barricade before each nightfall. Barricade durability will be equal to 50% of the wall durability. So you basically get another free wall that is equal to half of the HP of your wall. And then the barricades will reduce explosion damage. So explosive damage deals even less, which comes later, becomes more apparent on or becomes thicker on later nights. In fact, I think maybe not quite tonight, but starting tomorrow, we will have explosives, and they kind of suck. I do want to loot some of these corpses around here. The corpses give you science. It's kind of morbid, but I need to get our science up as quick as possible. Now we should be able to, we'll pop this thing easily. Now there's a big fat slug. The way that these things work is kind of convoluted, but you send one guy out there, a couple guys, that's fine, and then as soon as he starts flashing, get him away quick, because they blow up and he kills everything around him, but he also drops a bunch of food. So I'll start those guys on that scrap pile, and then we'll take a look further. I'll pop these eggs. Oh my goodness, look at all these goobers. I gotta move back just a little bit. Yeah, we're fine. Now then, I'm gonna go ahead and try to have... Yeah, we can. I'm gonna try to pop that pustule. I don't think that'll quite happen today, but... Ooh, hey, these guys are just about free. Maybe, well, I don't think I have enough time to move them deeper to pop that pustule and then get them behind the wall on the same night. I do want to go ahead and, once these guys are finished, and grab them and loot. There's a body behind Lev here. There we go. They're done, and I will have Vadim loot, even though he's slower than the diggers. He was just the first one that was on my... that I was able to, use, so... Anyway, we're getting back. The other diggers that we have will go ahead and hit that right wall just as soon as I'm able to get... Well, I'm sorry, it's already dusk, so they're already heading this way. They're just a little ways behind us. So, these guys are all good. I'm going to go ahead and take these Timur. I'm going to drop 3 of those guys off. I'm going to start these guys on digging. I want the engineers to come with me. I still don't have enough science quite yet to do that, which is fine. What I want to do is get these guys working on this wall to fix it. I do have plenty of food, though, which is nice. I actually have more food at this point in the game than I normally do, so that is really good. I want these engineers, of course, like I said, fixing this wall. I am terrified about the right wall, though. I just don't think I have the manpower. So I am here to guard the left wall, so we don't have to worry about this wall falling tonight. I've been here since the very beginning of the night. That's the very first wave, which the first wave is all of the unpopped eggs that you didn't take care of throughout the night, or throughout the day. So, and you can't be expected to pop all of the eggs, so, or even most of the eggs, it looks like. So I'm glad that I was here since the beginning of this night to watch this wall, because the left side is extremely heavy tonight, it seems. I'm glad that I have the engineers to fix things up. Nice. And I'm also glad that I had those barricades installed. So I am going to at least move back and start the looting on our containers. Yep, they are already done, and we do have the science blocks. So I'm going to grab one digger, and then I'm going to grab another engineer. And oh shit, the left side's about to break. That's okay. That's all right. I'll just have to refix it. It's just this explodey guy. That's who I was talking about. He is a real nuisance. Now he's gonna try and blow up our wall, but he'll be dead before he has the opportunity. Shit, he did blow up my wall. Oh well, it happens. That's what I get for neglecting that wall and not sticking true to what I said I was gonna do. I'll set these engineers on that to repair it. and I'll set one engineer on that to repair that. Now, I don't think I can expand or fix the outermost walls without... Nope, I can. I was worried I couldn't fix the outermost walls without fixing the innermost walls first, so but that is not true. I should probably go ahead down this way and grab all that manpower that I have on the right wall. I need to basically get that housing unit back up and fixed before that train car guy gets back. So I'll set these 4 fellas. Yep, they just picked me enough food to trade for the train cart guy again. I'll go ahead and grab another digger. I wish that I hadn't fucked up throughout the night tonight so that I could have went and popped all those pustules on the right. But, you know, there's only so much time in a day, and we have to balance it as best we can. I'll go ahead and set him on that. Now, I do have quite a bit to work on in this left hallway anyway. I'm sure that there's pustules down it and stuff, so that's a cement mixer which behind us, which will give our walls more HP, which is nice. This will also, having a big manpower like this will let me pop these pustules quicker, so that's good. I can sacrifice our health for this. We have way more than enough HP. I'll go ahead and set those guys to pop that pustule. And then we can continue going on down this left hallway. Nice, it should pop on the next... Yep, cool. I'll have these guys, one guy loot the mushrooms, one guy loot the corpse, one guy loot the scrap. And is there anything? One guy to loot that scrap. Then I should be able to go back and... Oh my goodness, look at everybody hard at work. These guys still aren't done. Maybe I'll pick them up on the... you know what, fuck it, we'll just wait. They'll be done here in just a minute. We did get another volunteer, which means that our housing unit was fixed. I'm thinking about going back early tonight just so I can make sure that my walls and everything are safe. We'll pop this guy and then go back behind our walls. That should give us more than enough time. I normally don't head back until nightfall or like the dusk, but maybe I should start heading back just like right before dusk. That might be the wise thing to do. Also, we're about to hit our limit on science. Yep, we just did. Engineers can now break doors open. So we have a fat... those are basically fat loot pools. They are filled with science. They are filled with... sometimes people. They are filled with food, scraps, just basically everything. I do want to go ahead and get these guys on that right wall just ASAP. Yeah. The tramps are unwilling to come. That's perfectly fine. I want to set 3 guys on that. Give you 2 shovel guys. I will give you the rest, but fuck. Okay, so put the rest of the shovel guys on real quick. All but one, I guess. One guy's coming with me. I'll put the 2 engineers to work on upgrading our generator, and then I should hit the wall just as the enemies are getting there. Whew, we made it just in time. I'm worried about that right wall because I just don't think that it has enough manpower on it with shovels. Shovels are not a very good defensive item, or defensive character. The guns are really, really good, which is something that I will be looking at maybe tomorrow. I just don't think we have enough scrap for it, unfortunately. So instead, I'm not going to go pop those pustules, I don't think, but they do exist. On the bright side, I don't think... Shit, we'll have to deal with explosives, but now I'm worried about that right wall. Uh-oh, because all those pustules I left. God damn it. That's okay, I'm coming for the right wall just as fast as I'm able. Okay, the right wall is safe, TM, trademark. Meant to say question mark. I'm an idiot. Right wall is safe. We're on day 6. Great. This Let's Play is going to be about 2 or 3 hours long, but it's going to feel like a fucking lifetime because the game, it doesn't like make me nervous, but it's, yeah, it makes me nervous. So our generator just got upgraded, which is fantastic. I wish that we had more supplies, but that's okay. We do get a new upgrade. Scientific approach. The cost of all future technology will be reduced by 1 flask. That's great. Walls will become 5% stronger. That's what I usually pick. Industry. Tools, shields, Molotov cocktails, and mines will be produced 30% faster. And then when they're full, the workshop will generate scrap. So basically, that little workshop guy where we can build engineers, stuff will get made faster, the craftables that we can, and also when they're full, the workshop will generate scrap. I like to have the scientific approach, though. It makes my walls stronger and stuff. I am going to get these guys. Well, one thing I want to do, because I don't need all my engineers to come with me to loot this. I actually don't even need very many. Probably 2 would be fine. I'm going to set 2 engineers to work on this house throughout the night. That exhausts all of our scrap. So there is going to be a huge wave of mutants that come from the left. So today, we just have to crack super down and make sure that we do everything right today. We have no room for error today. Set these guys to loot this food. That's the first error that I make. Error number 1 is bothering to loot food. Now we're gonna head. Hey, one of our diggers just leveled up. After they spend so much time in your troop, they get leveled up. So they just do things faster. They don't get anything super special. That maybe they deal more damage or whatever, but they're generally faster, which is what you want from these guys. Down this hallway here, he just told us that we need fuel for our generator. This is a like a little they say a ventilation shaft. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It just kind of looks like junk to me down here. But anyway, we can take a tram up to the surface, or we can send a scavenge group to loot. But first, we have to fight this little boss here. This guy, he's not hard, but we have to focus to get rid of him. So we send diggers at him, and then he'll slap. And he's got a cooldown once he slaps. So I'm going to go ahead and have these diggers dig into him, and then he's going to slap, and then I'll send more guys at him. Hopefully after this bout, yep, he spawns enemies once he's at about half health. I am kind of in a little tiny bit of trouble. I'm going to send just, yep. No, shit. Okay, that's alright. We didn't fully die. That's okay. I need to kill this guy now, though. It's non-negotiable to save that digger. Okay, go ahead and... Nope, back it up. Okay, this should kill him. Just let him full send it. Nice. Okay, now we can save the digger. Because if one of your guys takes lethal damage, you can give him 1 food, and he'll get rezzed back up to regular HP. I need Simon to get off of that and come with me. Shoot. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I need to calm down. Put 2 engineers on this to build that. That's our shaft to go up to the surface. I'll need that by tomorrow night. Now then, I'll hit this so that I can get all our guys back and ready, hopefully by tonight. Now we're headed back for the base. I'm hurting a lot. I'm actually surprised that didn't kill me. I am going to have Timur build this wall for one reason, and he's got a little builder buddy beside him, Semyon. This is looking a little dicey. Shit, this is tough. So, oh yes, we do have a new upgrade. We'll pretend that's what I was doing it for. So flashbang traps. A flashbang trap will be placed at each wall. The trap will be triggered once the wall falls below 30% HP. Once triggered, the trap stuns enemies for a short time. That's really good. Barbed wire says enemies take 2 points of damage for every 2 seconds inside the barrage line. I like flashbang traps better. It gives you more time to make a mistake, which is what this whole Let's Play pretty well has been, is just a series of non-lethal mistakes. I'll go ahead and set that guy to become a digger and then loot all of this shit. And then get this train guy out of here so that I can get ready for this big assault that's about to happen. No, I need an engineer. Wait, I already have 2 engineers down the way, so I'll start him researching. Okay, we're going to hit this wall just in time. Oh, I don't have 2 engineers. I had 1 engineer, but that's fine. I do wish I had more HP, but that's okay. I'm trying to look for the reload button. There it is. It's B on my Xbox controller. So, that is that. Mutants are now here by the left wall, so I like to stick my head out just a little bit so I have further firing distance. Looks like these mutants are here and they're ready to fight. Hopefully, yep, I'll pop some of these explosive guys. Probably just gave our engineers just a quick second to, yep, I wanted them to repair our walls just a little bit, but that's okay. What'll probably happen is they'll pop our walls. Shit, yep. Okay, nice. We're at 30% HP on that wall. I'm trying to pop that explosive guy. Nice, I got him. We just got hit by a bunch of explosives. That's fine. It was either us or the wall there. So that was the first phase. I'm going to go ahead and grab our engineer and everybody so that I can have this wall repaired by the time the second wave comes, hopefully. Put the engineer and that guy. Please get our wall up and running again. This is pretty much going to be the make or break. If we can get this wall back up, if we see cross beams on this wood wall, we're in business. Come on, please get the wall up. Oh, this is awful. Come on, just a little bit more. God damn it. Okay, pull it back, pull it back. Okay, I'll put these guys behind this wall. This is terrible. We're in a really bad position right now. Uh-oh, that guy has explosives. Each wall has a flashbang, thank Christ. Okay, these guys are hurting. I also don't have the HP to guard them. Some of our guys may go down here. We need to protect the generator. I need to get back so that I can get HP from the furnace. It does look like a bunch of our guys are hurt. Okay, I don't need a tramp. I need cash for the... we had so many people go down last night. So there we go. I need to heal these guys. There we go. I'm healing up these guys just a little bit at a time because unfortunately the engineers can't heal them. And it does look like we did have one fatality throughout the night, so that sucks, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and set these engineers on here and loot this. We made it through last night. Holy shit, what a fucking ride that was. That is crazy. Give that guy food, and please, for the love of God, let me get these walls repaired. Repair that wall. I was able to put the diggers on it. That's good. Repair that wall. Get 4 more food. So tomorrow night, besides going outside of the walls, there will actually be no attacks on either of our walls, which is really good. I'll go ahead and have these guys loot again. This food. I want to expand down the right way. I want that house rebuilt too. Holy moly, that first night was bad. I am going to go ahead and trade this food for science because we need science really, really bad. A little bit more than we need food, at least right now. So that was upgraded, good. I want to focus on the right side so that I can get certain things built that I would like to have built. This here is one of them. I want that gun depot built. I also well, shit, let me think. Do I? Yeah, I definitely want these mushrooms. It won't take but just a second. I want to look in that hallway to pop the pustules. I'm extremely worried that I'm too late and that the pustules have grown to the stage 3 pustules, which are way more deadly. Unfortunately, that's probably the case. I'm going to go ahead and have these guys pop these maggots. Nice. Let's see. Yep, they're level 3 pustules. You can tell because there's a red one on the floor there. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my... fuck it. I'll leave these 2 guys on here because I'm coming back here anyway. We're going to loot another one of those rooms that we have to have engineers break into. So, I'll go ahead and go in here and grab my engineer buddies who have fixed this shaft up really nice. I'll go ahead and put the engineers to work on looting that stuff. Thankfully we'll be able to put 2 more engineers on our cast of guys, which is great. I do want to go back to where those guys were so that I might be able to... Yeah, I could probably surely loot that this resource reservoir here real quick. These things are not deadly to you unless you are deadly to them. They are extremely deadly to your guys, though. So, now I do want to loot these before I try to make it back home. I don't think we'll make it home in time not to fight anything. Just as I thought, there's an engineer there that I could loot. Nice. Cool. So we do already have a lot of soldiers and stuff, a lot more than I usually have. Unfortunately, none of them are gunmen just yet, so that kind of sucks. But, you know, we'll get there very shortly. I want to get us behind my walls before it becomes very dark so that we don't get an onslaught of enemies. I'm going to go ahead and have them work on that wall because it's just important that I have really good walls. I will have these guys loot here. I think I'm going to have 2 of my diggers give up their digging so that they can become gunmen. So you can trade. Ooh, we just got a new technology. This is really powerful. The auto turret. All of our engineers will put an auto turret on the wall from now on. So that's really, really fucking good. I'm going to go ahead and have another one of those guys become just a normal chap. And then I'll go over here to the gun place and I will put one guy in there to staff it. And now we have 2 guns there. So we have 2 gun guys. Extremely powerful in addition to our engineers now. I'll go ahead and I don't really want the no, you know what? I don't want the diggers on that wall anymore. I am going to put one more engineer on that wall, and then I want the diggers on my side. We've about maxed out the number of shovels that we can hold. Tomorrow will be our first kind of normal night in a little while. Since we had that big onslaught of guys, and now we have kind of a break night. I'm going to expand out a little. You know what? I am going to do this. So you can tell when you're going to hit an enemy, a group of enemies. There will be these white sacks that hang from the ceiling. They're really big. I'll point them out as we come up. It'll be in the top left, though. And that's how you know you're about to run into enemies that'll drop down on you. Man, it must be really, really deep on the left side. It's just yeah, there it is. It's coming up. I was about to say, I was like, maybe they aren't here for some reason. It's almost daytime, so I think I'm just going to wait. But that white pustule, fuck it. I guess we'll be fighting it after all, huh? So that's where those guys come out of. I do have the HP to kind of stomach fighting them, and I would have to loot these mushrooms anyway, so good golly. I have the HP, but I don't have the firepower to kill them. Nice. Cool. Oh my goodness, so many guys. That's alright, we also have these barricades here, so I'll be able to kill these guys before the barricades would fall. Nice. We are kind of running... we're running out of stuff to loot. We have a lot in our loot cache, but we don't have a lot of stuff left to loot besides like food and stuff. It may be worth it. If I can get my food reservoir up to like 60 or so, it may be worth it for me to expand the walls out even further. But I want to make sure I have enough food for the train man for several more trips before I make that decision, because you can neuter yourself by expanding too early, because then you won't have food. Now, did we max out on food is my question. Or survivors. We did not. We're at 12 out of 12, so that's good. I think after... Well, I do want to go a little bit further in. I'm pretty well desperately looking for, like, junk supplies right now, so the scraps. Go ahead, guys. Nice. We'll have him loot there. Ah, shit. These are tier 3s. God damn it. Okay, so we've pretty well hit the limit for how far I'm going to be able to have these guys explore and stuff. I do have to go to the left to patch up a wall later on. Otherwise, we're going to have a really nightmarish night where we get closed in on both sides by a horde. That is probably my plan for tomorrow. Today, I want to get back and fix up these walls. Because as long as you don't disturb those sacks, they won't screw with you or anything. So the right side wall should be just fine. I guess I could have this guy go back and loot this train supply with me. And I'm going to go ahead and trade for more science. At a certain point, he does run out of science, though, which kind of sucks. I want to make sure I have my guys on the wall over here. Yep, perfect. That's a really good, powerful right side, too. It's not like OP or anything, but it's good. It'll get us through tonight, which is important to me. So our engineers, yep, just rebuilt that. I'm going to have the 2 engineers work on, yep, fixing that wall up, and we are good to go. We're basically looking for another gunman, so maybe tomorrow. By now, our guys should be just getting to the left side, if I'd have to guess. I'll go ahead and make another engineer. This will basically make it so that I have both sides fairly well guarded. Tomorrow, or the next, get out of here, buggers. The next time that the train man stops, we will we'll be at max survivors that we can have in our camp. So that was the first wave. These engineers will go out and fix it. I'm keeping an eye up in the top right for the other wall. Yep, they just made it to the right wall, so that is kind of tough, but oh well. Now we're popping these guys. The second wave. I like these turrets a lot, but they do have a long cooldown. The right side, look, my screen's shaking every once in a while, so I think that the right side is getting hit by the bomb guys. Was there anything that I needed to do down the right side? Not yet, I don't think. This is a perfect crew for me to go looting. 1 engineer and 3 shovel guys. So I'm going to get prepared to go looting. I really don't have like a lot of resources for it, but anyway, I'm going to go set up just before that white pustule thing that's up in the air, or up in the ceiling rather, so that I can get ready to go down these tunnels and loot like a madman tonight. And we did just get our left wall upgraded, so that's good. Oh yeah, I remember. I need to fix that wall that's down this way. I wish I had brought a second engineer with me, but that's okay. There is that where those enemies will drop, but you want to make sure it's morning time until you go down this hallway. Hey train man, what's up? And then you will be good. Nice. So I just want to give it a second or two. It does look like it just popped us to the right side. On the 10th day, you can go explore further down that side. I don't do that yet, but you do get free tramps if you do that. So I'm going to have one guy loot that fella. Hopefully we're doing good on science. We're kind of ahead on science, which is nice. Now I'm just walking through here, not going to disturb any of these guys just yet. We're not going to shoot just yet. There are enemies which I am going to turn around and shoot, which just came through a hole. I wait until I won't wake up the grenade launchers for the enemies, which is what those giant tier 3 pustules basically are grenade launchers. Because if you shoot back there, it'll wake them up, and that would have just wiped out every single guy I have with me, if it didn't wipe me out too. So, but anyway, we've just cleared that out. I'm going to have the engineer work on this so that we don't get hit by that later on. I'm also having those diggers dig that hole out. Now this becomes more dangerous and nerve-wracking as we go further in, because we get even further from our base, which is tough. If I had my walls out a good bit, I wouldn't be as nervous as I am, but as it stands, I am a little bit nervous. The engineer is very nearly done with that, with fixing that barricade, and our diggers are almost done too, which is good. There we go. We got that boarded up. Perfect. Now I'll have the engineer pop this open, and then we'll go inside and see what we have to loot. Okay, so how this place works is kind of different. I'm going to just basically have these guys loot for a second. On the right, you'll notice we have that sack. Whenever we put our engineer to work on the left, that sack becomes active, and then enemies can drop from there as we start to leave. That's okay. So yeah, we will have enough scrap that like this was a worthwhile day. I'm glad that we came back here. So I'm gonna get ready for these guys to drop. Yep, it dropped us a whole bunch of science and a handful of enemies. And we're getting through them, grab the science and get out of here. Perfect. So now we just need to get out of here, get back behind our walls. I know it keeps throwing us the warning thing, but that's okay. We're all right. I do want to see how we're doing on food. 39. So we are staying consistent with our food at the very least. We do have a lot of food outside our walls, but I simply don't have enough hours in a day to loot them all. So I'll get back behind our walls, and then these guys, I think the right side is still fine. So I'm just going to sit these guys up on the left. I'm going to grab these guys. One guy on the wall, 1, 2, 3, so I can put these engineers back to work researching tonight. And then I'll set that one tramp that we have back at the train station. Oh, we're at max for a minute until I can shoot. Okay, set that guy to loot, buy some more science. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yes. So we're headed back for the left wall now. Good. They are maxed out. Shit, is it worth looting? Nah, probably not. Mutants are going pretty heavy on that right wall. The right wall is heavier on defenses than the left wall, so I'm hoping that it'll hold. Now then, because we repaired that hole during the day, we actually... whenever the next big wave comes, we would have had to have fought from left and right. Now we only have to fight from the right side, which will come in about 4 or 5 days. I'm pretty sure it's on the 14th day, but we'll have to see. I do kind of want to grab the engineer guys, or not engineer, I'm sorry, the digger guys, to get ready to dig these mushrooms just as soon as I might have a chance. I wouldn't mind stealing me some supplies before... making my way, I do want to go ahead and build this because it's really important that I head down that right hallway today. Well, kind of important. It's kind of important to go down that right hallway because I want to get another gunman and I want to get those gun guys looting on the surface. So we have plenty of food. I really don't have to worry about food for a while unless it just happens to be convenient. Now then, these guys just finished. We got our population increased by 2, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 of those guys because I want to grab 1 engineer and then 1 gun guy. There we go. Hopefully we have 2 gun guys. That would be even nicer. I didn't figure that we would, so I went ahead and grabbed the digger while I was able. Now, I do have the gun guys ready to go. I'll drop these diggers off as well as these engineers because this wall will be under defended tonight. I do want to put 2 engineers to working on upgrading this wall in preparation again for tonight. I'll go ahead and pop this shit. It's good because these guys fire when you fire, so that's pretty powerful. I will probably go back and get those diggers whenever I have a chance to pop those pustules as they are intruding on my right side. I'm going to go ahead and have these guys go up to the surface. It takes a lot of food, and then they are out. That is good. We have to send them out on at least 2 expeditions in order to get the gasoline. The first expedition is just kind of like they go up there, get some supplies, and that's all to it. The second expedition, they get us gas. But we cannot send them the day right after we sent the first expedition, or they'll die. So... go ahead and let this wall finish, and then I'll grab these 2 diggers. I thought I had more diggers for some reason, but that's okay. Start these guys popping that pustule. That's going to take a long while. I'm going to go ahead and scout down this hallway. How many diggers do I have left? I got 3. I must have 1 on the left wall or something. There'll be a pustule here tomorrow. And these pustules ain't too bad, but they're not good either. They're just kind of big. So actually, things seem to have calmed down a little bit. Once you get past that day 7, things do kind of chill out just a bit. But I did kind of want to, you know what, actually, how I'm going to spend the rest of my day, I'm going to go recruit some more guys, which is what we can do. Because where that bridge expanded, if you go to the other side of that bridge, there's an event where you recruit one more gunman, which is what I want to do. So we go to the other side of this bridge. Hey, there's a gunman and a little tramp. So I'll recruit him and him. Now then, we'll go back to the base. This is perfect. And I'll grab maybe an engineer to go with me or something. I'm not sure what I have left on the left side for defenses, but I'm fairly certain that I kind of left it a little under defended. So I need to get it with the intention that I would be over there by tomorrow night, which is not looking great right now. I'll go ahead and put gunmen. Grab me. Fuck, not that many engineers. 1, 2 engineers. This is looking a little bit dicey. We'll grab another gunman. By the time we get back over, it'll be okay. It won't be okay because I'm going to set that guy to loot. Shoot. That's alright. I'm also not trading for science just yet. Wow. Talk about undermanned. Yeah, I had this wall undermanned. Holy shit. There's no way these guys could have did it alone. I'm not even sure I can do it tonight. Phew. By the time that those scavenger guys on the surface get back, yep. Man, we are completely out of scrap, which is tough right now. On the bright side, at least I'm here to watch this wall by the time these guys get out here. And I do have engineers to repair this wall in case it would happen to take damage or fall throughout the night. I don't have scrap if it would fall, so let's just cross our fingers and hope that it doesn't fall. Okay. It does look kind of okay. There's the brunt of the second wave. That's what I meant by, like, it's like the second wave is kind of longer, and I'm not really sure, like, when it ends and everything, but that's fine. Whenever those guys get back from their scavenging expedition, they do bring us back another perk, which is cool. So these guys, it does look like we're going to be okay for the night, so I'm going to go on the right wall. Just kind of get a look over there, see how things are going. Sent that guy back out for more supplies. Still got some diggers. Give me the digging guys. And give me the gun guy so he can help loot tomorrow. I do like that these guys fire right along with you. That's nice. I'm going to go ahead and loot this for... Oh, shit. Come back. I accidentally went out just a little too far. That's my own fault. It's nice that those guys fire because then they can save your ass, like right here. That's alright. That was just a little blunder on my part. I wasn't even thinking about it. I thought it was morning already. And our scavenging guys did make it back. Scavenger guys, funnily enough, take longer to scavenge supplies than diggers or regular guys. We're now headed for in here, where these guys will come down the shaft. Nice, and they'll bring us supplies. They do warn you, the surface is dangerous, place with all kinds of terrible creatures, blah blah blah, walking around a thick fog. Saw an intact gas station. Next time we'll try to gather some fuel, but yeah, before we make our move, we should stay put for a day for the mutants to leave. So by the 14th day, maybe. So here's the cache. Gain several blue flasks and medicine. When near death, the commander will throw a flashbang grenade to stun mutants and will heal himself. This ability can only be used once. That's what I'm going to pick. Army cache gives you several mines and 4 Molotov cocktails. The mines will be placed on both sides of the generator. I like this because there's always a time whenever I need to clutch up during these game, during these. So there's one time I have to clutch up, and that's when I need it to be, is when I can flash everything and everything. So I'll go ahead and pop these things. Get those diggers a-popping. And I don't think that there was anything really I wanted to do down this hall. You know what we can do? I'll pop these eggs prematurely. Nice. So, day 14 at least, I'll send those guys out. I'm going to go ahead and have these diggers pop these little grubs for food. A little bit more here. Nice. And then we're going to head back to base, I think. And by then, the train conductor guy should be there, which is nice. I still think we don't have enough... we don't have enough... 1, 2, 3... And then I'll take 2 gunmen. I'll leave the diggers, though. They're more useful on this side, anyway. We don't have enough housing for anybody new yet, so that kind of sucks, but oh well. The tramps are unwilling to come. Your base has no room. Oh well. I guess I do have time to kind of watch these guys loot this stuff here real quick before I have to go to the left side, because I do want to have these guys man the left wall with me tonight. I do like this guy's music too. Unfortunately, production on this game seems to have slowed quite a bit. It's not over, though, because you can look at the creator is still making their GitHub pushes just about every week, so that's kind of cool. A lot of people say this game is dead. I don't really think it is. I just think that, I mean, the creator fled from war. I mean, give the guy a break a little bit. Anyway, tonight's going to be I put so many people on that right wall. I'm not really that worried about the right wall. I do need to start kind of hoarding supplies like a little bit, both food and junk, which is kind of hard to do as it stands because I have a lot of stuff that I need to build and a lot of people I need to feed. So, oh yeah, I didn't even think about it, but whenever I built... Well, no, that's not a Tier 4 domicile yet. It's a Tier 4 domicile whenever we get another tramp for having built it. I'm pretty sure that's a Tier 3, so... like I said, we're going to wait till day 14 to send another shaft, elevator shaft full of guys back up. I do think I'm going to have these guys... Whoa, 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 whoa. That scared me just a little bit. Because I'm headed out to go loot the those mushrooms. Man, look at these waves of enemies. More mutants spotted by the right wall. That should like literally be no problem at all. Phew. Talk about them long waves. I also need to consider expanding my walls out a little bit as the pustules are getting even closer. I will grab these guys once they're done looting, and well, I'll just probably just sit them on the wall again. I don't have anything that I would want to do with them otherwise. I do want to grab these engineers and go ahead and have them. You know what I'm gonna do? It kind of sucks, but I'm gonna expand and then have these guys work on another. Those will automatically get looted whenever I have them build this wall. So, yep, cool. And then I'll have the engineers build the wall. Again, I'll set these guys there ready to shoot. I'll go ahead and pop these things. Nice. And then, yep, these engineers are done. I'll have them build again. In the meantime, I'll go back and make sure that this stuff gets looted. I'll have to grab somebody from the right wall, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Outgrowths with creatures are appearing more often along the tunnels. Goodness. So we're... this guy, after so long, will actually not go get you supplies anymore. So you have to find another way to get supplies before then. There's a couple ways to do it. One is to loot up on the surface with these gun guys, which is what, you know, I'm kind of planning on doing. So in the meantime, do I have it? Yeah, I have more than enough to get that other wall upgraded again, which is what I want to do. I could buy some more science, but we are good on science. Now, I wish I did have enough room for, or enough resources for housing, but I don't, unfortunately. So I'll go ahead and have those engineers on that, and that will at least put the left wall up to what it was before. And we're expanded out a little bit, which is good. I need to build more housing, which is tough right now. Shoot. I don't really have a lot of great ideas for how to do that, but I do know one thing. I do need food if I'm going to send these guys back to the surface, so I need to loot a lot of food. We do have a couple guys, it looks like it's silver rank already, the diggers anyway, which is cool. Oh, we just had another one hit silver, speak of the devil. Hopefully there's some slugs here for which we can get food. Nice. Thank goodness. Because I'm hoping that we have enough food that I can send those guys to the surface tomorrow, and I can, I'll go ahead and pop these eggs. So we can go to the surface tomorrow, and so I can give the tram guy his usual food and bring us scraps while he's able to, because you want to take advantage of that as much as possible until he's not able to go down these halls anymore. We are just about a little over halfway there, so that's cool. I'll go ahead and set these guys on this wall. It looks like that wall got upgraded just fine. I'll head on the left wall then. Unfortunately, it's pretty far out now that we keep expanding more and more. You do travel faster on the concrete than you do the grass, which is nice. So nice. We do have that wall expanded, and hey, it is a big, nice brick wall, so that's great. And I do think that these guys will pop those pustules if they happen to spawn, at least if they're right here. That scared me a little bit because I moved and then they started shooting. But we are here for the wall for today, so I'm hoping tonight is one of those big nights or whatever. Okay, so we've got that guy. Thank goodness he's dead. That's one of the most annoying, is those guys that launch bombs at your towers from a distance. What they usually like to do is come with a big crowd of enemies, and then you'll focus on the big crowd, and then they'll just whittle away at your wall's health, which is kind of annoying. Phew. Now that things have calmed down a little bit, which is, I like that. The beginning of this was like explain, run a million miles an hour, and now things have calmed down, thankfully. More mutants by the right wall, but that's no problem. What is kind of nice is I can move all these guys to one wall, everybody to one wall, if the enemies do show up. The big wave does show up tomorrow, so it says in the left tunnel there's a great place for a kitchen, which is right where that pustule is. That's what you use to attract tramps once the train man no longer runs. I do not really like the kitchen. Unfortunately, it's kind of a necessary evil. It just takes a whole bunch of supplies, like a ton of supplies, and it's not very consistent in the survivors that it gives you, so it's not a very fair trade-off. Come on tonight, let that be the big night. Nope, it's not a big night tonight. So I'll go on the right wall. That's kind of good for us, though, that it's not a big night, because then I can send the scavengers up to the surface, and then I can start having those guys research us bigger and stronger walls. So it's, it's good. And there will also be more food out here to loot, too, I think. Yep, mushrooms, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was a little bit worried once I saw that sack hanging over my head, because I was like, oh my goodness, is this monster's going to drop down on me? But thankfully it is day. We do have more food. Great, great, great. I'll go ahead and put these guys there. It takes about, looks like 7 plus 8 food, 15 food. Good God damn. Those guys are good to go. The train cart guy is just now landing at our place. I don't think that... Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go a little further down this tunnel. I'm not even sure if there's anything worth looting without having the engineer guys on you. There's some... Ooh, shit. There's about to be a... We're going to have to fight some creatures. Actually, I'm debating if it's worth it. Probably not. Fuck it. Give me the science. So that is fine. We're going to head on back. Good. It's just kind of about now balancing stuff in preparation for tomorrow, which should be the big wave day. I believe day 15 is then. I got diggers. I should probably... Let's see how many guys I have on the wall before I commit to taking the diggers. 5 turret guys, but they do have the big wall. It's just kind of a sacrifice I think I'll have to make to take the diggers on the other side. Oh, we also have to loot this shit. How are we doing on scrap exactly? We got 11. I would like to expand out so that I could get another housing unit. ASAP. Send that guy out with food. Now we are completely teetotally out of food. This place I think can get upgraded. I'm not sure. I think it can again. I'll go ahead and pop these. Get these guys working on that pustule. Get these guys looting me food. I'd much rather have this food for tomorrow. I probably won't send those guys to the surface again for a little while, so I got plenty of time to work on getting food to give to the train man. Now then, we'll at least have plenty of food for tonight, which is nice. Cool. Now then, I don't think I have enough time to pop pustules, which kind of sucks, but, you know, oh well. I'll get these guys behind the wall. I'm just thinking which wall is kind of better for me to hang out on. I would still assume this one, being that the other side has 5 guns, but, you know, I guess we'll have to see. I'll keep my eye out on both walls. If I have to run to the other one, then I will. These are called braziers, B-R-A-Z-I-E-R. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Basically, you can light them, and they'll heal you as you walk by them, you and your partners, your little buddies. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. I do know that there is a perk that says if you have a brazier, you get like a tramp or something for every 2 braziers you light. I don't really like that perk, but because I think braziers are a bad investment of food. Oh well, it's up to you, whatever you like though. Oh god, the right side's really falling. Uh-oh. I'm hoping to get over there in time. The right wall was destroyed. That's okay. I got enough to fix the wall if need would be. These guys did make it behind this wall in time. That's great. There's a huge wave of enemies. Uh-oh. That's awful. This is really bad, actually. I just took a huge hit of health. They popped the wall, but they are dead. So I'll go ahead and work on repairing this stuff. Ooh, that is bad. At least our guys from the surface will be back tomorrow. Work on that wall. And I did want to expand the wall anyway, so I'm going to... Shit, I do have to wait on them to repair that wall. That's okay. Be done in just a sec. Nice. Now we can repair this big wall. Team to base. We're coming from the surface. Good. Alright, so you don't want to choke here. This is the big moment. I'm going to go in here and start these guys looting, the looters that we have. Then I'm going to go to the left side and grab all of our guys. So I'll set one guy looting there, looting there. Okay, so... Now then, if I have an additional space to expand the wall, I will. It's not... Well, I hear them working. Okay, there you go. They're just about done. Right here, please. Nice. Have them work on that wall. I'm going to go gather up all of my guys possible. Hopefully, by the time I hit the left side and then run all the way to the right, I will... the train man will be back through. Okay. Once again, things are getting a little bit hairy around here. I do want to trade out the diggers, I think, for the time being for gun guys, at least 2 of them. So I'm going to have these guys trade in their not their hard hats, but their flashlight hats for guns. And then, nice, there we go. Grab guns. I do need those 1 guys working on this wall, like, really badly. Have 2 guys work on that wall. Have some guys loot. The guys in the little ventilation shaft should have all our stuff looted by now, and I can put them on the wall. At least tomorrow, I won't have to worry about any mutants on either side, which is good. You get a little break, so grab these guys. Grab these guys. Where are my engineers? Put everybody else on the wall. I will need some people to loot the train, though, so I will be back shortly. Because I need to get those supplies from the warehouse. We should have enough guards on that wall, I would think. We have a lot of guards, but once again, they warn us the tramps are unwilling to come. We're overstocked. Oh, well. Okay, please loot just a little bit faster. Nice. Give him the food, and then go set up on the wall. Go upgrade the wall again. I think I need it upgraded again. Yep, one more time, please. One more chorus, engineers. In the meantime, we should be able to protect with as many guns that we have. I would think. And it also takes them just a sec. I'm going to go out and kind of maybe use my body to slow them down just a little bit. Give them a little more time to repair that wall. As soon as that wall on the right side says 3, we're in business. Come on, fellas. Get that wall built, boys. Okay, a little more. Just need a little more gas. Uh-oh. That's if I stay right about here, I'll at least have the cover and fire of my boys. Come on, please fix it. Oh, I think that only 1 guy's working on it. Okay, perfect. Holy moly. Okay, that's as good as it can get right now. That wall's upgraded. I got all my guys on the wall. Perfect. It don't get no better than that, folks. So these big guys are coming. They throw these eggs. The eggs have to be popped by diggers, so or you can pop them yourself. It just becomes really deadly because if you don't have diggers on your wall, then those guys will just eat through your guys. Those big behemoth berserk guys or whatever. So I am popping more of that stuff. Holy moly, these guys are loud. Okay. So we are doing okay. We got through the first wave and we're alive, which is saying something. So it's good that we get a breather tonight, is all I'm saying. And I am taking these guys out on a hot looting spree tonight, so I'm glad for that. We are going to bring back so many supplies. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being about 50 junk. But anyway, the second wave I find is a lot easier than the first wave. Maybe it's just because I feel like, you're halfway through it or whatever. Nice. Alrighty. Later waves, I like to have 2 diggers on either wall so that they can pop those eggs. It's really important. I'm going to go ahead and have 2 engineers work on this housing unit, so hopefully he brings us another guy tomorrow. I just have the ability for us to have so much stronger guys. It's just, I don't have the housing for them yet. Like, so many more guys, so many more diggers, so many more guys with guns and stuff. But we're almost to the end of the night here. The timer's almost on the other side of the moon, which is generally how I gauge how much time we have left for the night. once you get it to the other side. Ooh, there's a cache, which is exactly what I want. The cache is going to be like the very last thing that I loot. I am going to take, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. I'll take Andre. So let me look at who all's coming with me. We got all these guys. I'm going to take one more engineer just in case I need him. And then watch this. All these guys are going to fall out of that hole in the ceiling, and then we're just going to obliterate them. turn them into shreds. Ooh, there's these guys too. They're kind of deadly. They happen if you go too far out for too long, but I mean, it seems like we can just shred through them, so that's fine. Uh-oh, here's these guys. Go ahead and burn through these guys. And they're dead. Cool, so we'll go ahead and reload, and these guys should be chill with us for a little bit. I did see that hole that we have coming up. I forget what that... I think it helps with the final... here, let me get a little closer. Okay. I think it helps with the final wave, but... so we only have one digger. I'm going to let him go on that. Headed up a little bit further ahead. Oh my goodness, look at all this junk around. Have those guys loot that. Have that engineer bust open that door. Like I said, I would like to come back with about 50. No promises, but that would make my life a lot easier. Enter here. Do all kinds of looting. Nothing on the right side. There's like lore snippets around if you haven't 100% of the game like I have. Have these guys get us all kinds of scraps. Thank goodness the train guy brought us another volunteer, so that's good. Got one last guy dig in there, and we'll have him loot that body for more science. I don't even think we need more science, honestly. I think we're close to maxing it out, but now then we're going a little bit deeper in. This is the very end of the train station, so I'm gonna have these guys loot all this junk. Or I think maybe this is the halfway side on the right side. I can't... Yeah, it's only the halfway side. That's a lot of loot we just got. Sorry I'm a little bit discombobulated in my commentary. I do want to apologize for that. I'm just a little bit nervous about getting all of this stuff and getting us back safely. That's another big one. So... there is a body there. I'll have somebody loot. We basically got 3 more scientific breakthroughs that we can do. So we're doing good. Now we got... Oh, yeah, I think we just finished on science, actually, because these guys are now giving us scrap. Now we're going to... Yep, nope, that was the very end. So I'll get us back. I don't think I'll get us back in time not to fight anything, but that's okay. I am a little bit worried because by the time we get back, we'll be in the middle of one of these tier 3s, which are kind of deadly. So, hopefully I can just get us back safe and sound. That's all I want. I just want to get us behind the walls. I don't think we got quite to 50, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. We should have a locked wall up here. Yep. I'll have somebody work on that. I'll loot these 2 corpses. We want to get in here. Well, I want to just not be in next to these tier 3s whenever we have to fight enemies is what I want. We'll go in here and loot. There's a lot of stuff to loot in here. I forget. I think enemies might be in here. I can't quite remember. I do know that there is stuff to loot in here. So, man, oh man. We're ending up with just a little bit over 50, I think, not even counting that supply thing that we have back at the base. So that is really good. Have Vladimir loot that guy. I know, tonight's just all about looting, huh? So we are good for the second being. We loot these last bodies. I'm going to hit right here. Okay, they are coming from our right, so as long as we head left, we'll be fine. Like I said, I do not want to be in the middle of these tier 3s when we start fighting. Uh-oh. Here, let's go in here. Okay. Is everybody in? Okay, everybody is in-ish. I'm going to wait until Fuck, waiting till morning doesn't really help. I think, unfortunately, these guys are probably going to have to... Oh, wait, they're by the right wall. Do I have anybody on... I do have guys on the right wall. So they did go and attacked our right wall. They probably got obliterated. I'm worried we're still going to lose guys, but that's kind of okay, I guess. Not a lot I can do about that. Okay, wait a sec. What's going on our right wall? They're breaking through it, and how? Okay, right wall destroyed. Great. Let me go see what the fuck is happening on our right wall. I didn't bring every, single guy with me, and they didn't have that many enemies. What the hell is going on, guys? Oh, well. Oh, hey, there's these guys. Again, these goobers. Okay. Put 2 people on this wall to repair it. And then go out on the outermost wall to build it. Nice. I do have to set these guys up in a defensive formation tonight. Now, loot all this junk. Yeah, tramps are unwilling to come, blah, blah, blah. Cry about it. Now, this is ready to be upgraded, and I do have the materials for it. The generator. Good, I'll send him back out on another looting spree. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have enough room for all of these guys to stay. This wall is just about back up too, which is good. Kind of crazy to think that I beat this game on the nightmare difficulty, huh? Well, because it gets even harder. Set that up. So who do I want? I want 1 digger, 3 gun guys, 3 engineers. That should be fair on one side, I would think. For now, I guess. Now then, this has been fixed, and I want them to upgrade it. We'll go back and see what's going on the left side. Here's some gunmen. Still working on our shit, see? I want the engineer back to doing engineer stuff. And I did want a shovel guy to go on that right wall. Yes, because I'll be on the left wall to watch it, but not the right wall, so... Good. How are we doing on scrap? Oh, we've got scrap for days. 1 more shovel guy. Give me 2 engineers. 1, 2. And then I'll also need engineers to, I'll also need engineers to, work on the generator once that's been upgraded. So, they are working their way along. Phew. Not, fantastic, but not too bad either. I also think I am going to grab 2 engineers from the right wall. I know it sucks to be indecisive like that and not make a hardcore decision, but I want engineers, so I'm worried about the left side's integrity without some engineers and stuff. Surely this generator will be upgraded by the next time I come by. I know it didn't even look like it whenever I was by earlier, but cool. Now, 2 engineers on that and get them researching stuff. Oh my goodness, we are getting to be in business. Put these guys on the outermost wall. Holy moly. We're alive, which is good. Nice. So, that is that. Some mutants spotted by the right wall. They should be fine. I'm keeping an eye up at the top, of course, to make, sure. Why don't we use the barrels as braziers? Are you going to give up your food to light that brazier, Buck? Looks like we're doing okay, at least on the initial wave. We can handle it. We do want our engineers working overtime. Again, it looks like they're going to do 2 more researches. Oh, man. I talked big about that initial wave. At least we're doing okay. I'm here in case anything goes particularly wrong. And we also do still have the flashbang on this wall. This wall could probably not stand on its own, but it's okay. Getting spotted by the left wall, yep. Whew. And there's more mutants by the right wall. I'll just keep my eye up top. We got more than enough guys on that right wall. We got probably like 3 engineers and 4 gun guys and two diggers. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to wait just a little bit and then go out and do a little looking around. Maybe I should have the... Well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I got enough food for 2 more runs, provided that guy is still doing runs. Oh, hey, we got a bonus for upgrading the generator. Walls of all levels become stronger by 20%, and barriers further slow down the advancing enemies. Probably that. A fire trap is placed at every second wall. The trap is triggered when the health falls below 50%. We're doing strengthening the borders, though. Keep it up generally high. Well, I'm going to grab guys off of the right wall and have them ready to loot this train whenever it gets back. I'm also going to have... I don't really like it, but I'm going to have them upgrade that residence. It actually, being the 4th upgrade, should give us another tramp, too. So we're about to have a huge influx of manpower, which is great. Hopefully I can keep sending the train guy out. If I can't, it's not the end of the world. By nighttime tonight, I should have engineers engineered the next tier of technology. I don't remember what it is. I think it's stronger walls. I hope it's stronger walls. Alrighty. Welcome to the hood. No, welcome to my place, brother. So, there's nowhere to go, Commander. Those monsters are flooding out of every tunnel for miles around. We shall fight until we die. So, now, okay, I don't know the best way to really even describe this. It can't send him out on any more looting missions. We can upgrade his shit, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade food here. Let's see what we get real quick. Yep, he gives us some scraps. Alright. Now, have this guy upgrade this, which will give us something pretty cool. I guess he's going to take just a second on it. That's fine. I'm going to set everybody back on this wall that belongs here. Gun guys and the diggers, and I'm going to take this one guy with us. Cool. Aha, there it is. Now, this thing has been upgraded, his train. The train can move us to the wall. We can also put regular tramps on the train, and they will man a turret. So if we can move to left and right and dismount and stuff, it is faster than walking and running, and also it doesn't take any of your stamina, so that is nice. Also it shoots missiles, and they have machine gun guys on it, so that is really cool. I think what I'm going to do is move I don't want to move all those gun guys. I'm going to move 2 of the gun guys to the other wall because that train is really powerful. What we're waiting for next is we're waiting on engineers to do 2 more research upgrades, 1 and then 2, and we'll be in business. I'm going to go ahead and drop these guys off on this wall. The right side should be more than protected for a while. Honestly, like, we're way ahead of schedule on the right wall. Phew. We're doing good. We can also call the train if we would want to. I guess they call it the hand car. I am not going to do that yet anyway. Later, during emergencies, you can call it, but things are going pretty bad if you're calling a hand car. So, we got mutants on the right wall, which is just fine, and we're about to upgrade our science tier. We also have mutants by the left wall. Oh, now we can build durable walls. And we're on our last tier of science. So, yeah, you can watch these guys shred with this fucking train. Actually, can I just, like, stand on the train and... No, I can't. I wanted to look to the left and be able to see all this shit, but... oh, this is looking a little dicey. Aha, there's the rockets. I guess we can't get too cocky yet. As long as I'm on the wall, we should be okay, but they are really damaging. And we also have the flashbang, and we no longer have the flashbang. The right side also just lost their flashbang and are taking heavy damage. I don't know what's going on the right wall. All I know is that right wall I just reinforced, and it's about to fall. So I need them desperately to get it together because the left side's also falling apart. Phew. These guys are defending this. I'm gonna go out just a little bit so I hate this fucking thing. He's so annoying. He also hurts my guys a lot too. My guys usually take a hit or two from him. Those guys will repair, and I think that we're done for the night. Yeah, speak of the devil, more mutants by the right wall. Probably more of those bomb-throwing bastards. Okay. So we got 7 more days. Hopefully these engineers get done here fairly soon. I need enough supplies to expand out again, but I can't do that until I have like 30 scrap. So that's kind of tough. Uh-oh, what the hell is fucking happening over here, gentlemen? Oh, hey, this is our new tramp. I just saw... There he is. Cool. That's from building our tier 4. Okay. That's good. Now, what do I want to make him? I have to choose kind of wisely. I will make him... I'm going to make him a gunman, and I'm going to put him on the left wall. Come on, buddy. I guess I'm going to look at looting a little bit into the left side, but we're already so deep on the left side that I don't really know if it's worth looting. We're just going to take a little look, if nothing else. I'll go ahead and grab all my guys. I'd like to pop those pustules, I just don't have enough diggers to do so. This will give us some more food. I'll go ahead and pop that even though that's a tier 3. I'm going to back it up just in case that tier 3 starts shooting. We do have food here, which we can use on the kitchen once I'm able to expand. I want to have the junk and the food for it first, though. So we're walking forward. That's a tier 3 without any grenade launcher. That's kind of weird. So he'll probably have a grenade launcher tomorrow. Yes, I want to make sure that I have food. I forget how much food it is to operate the kitchen, but I think it's comparable. It's either like 8 or 10. Comparable to the railway guy anyway. Okay. So, we got those mushrooms. These guys aren't worth screwing with for a while. We can pop these eggs. Okay, we're pulling back for a minute. Yikes. Okay, I had to take that hit for just a second so those gun guys didn't die. I need to get us behind our walls. I didn't realize that these guys were so deadly. Yeah, if we get behind our walls, we should be fine. I don't like having those gun guys too far behind me, though. Whew. Man, that was deadly. It's getting deadlier and deadlier to go out there. Oh, my goodness. Those guys, I'll leave them to heal up for the night. I'll be back here before the night starts. I just kind of want to look around just a little bit. These guys will be done by tonight, and I can set them working on the... I can set them to new work orders once they get that final tech tier unlocked. Braziers. Let me take a look at this right wall. Okay. This should be fine. I'm not so sure why it looked like it was going to fall last night. All I know is that I can't really afford for, you know, either of these walls to start falling and shit, so. Alright. Headed for the left wall. Okay, and we're here to help these guys as they would need us, so. And our engineers will be done very shortly. I know we're getting redundant stuff, but just so you know where my eyes are looking. I thought this thing fired a little bit faster, which kind of sucks. Also, I don't have anything to use. Well, I was going to light that brazier, but I need a tramp to do it, so that's not happening for a bit. Mutants by the left wall. That's fine. I'm here. We can at least shoot the explodey guys so that they take a lot of the building health. And a lot of your guys' health, too. So if you can get a jump on them, you definitely want to. Good thing we busted those eggs. Here's to tell how big this wave would have been otherwise. So mines are produced by engineer, automatically placed against the walls. I guess that's good. There's no more stuff to engineer just yet. I can set them to work gathering scrap, though, whenever I get back, and I'll show you how we do that once the night's over. Looks like both walls are getting hit, though. Nice. So the night's just about over. Oh, there I go, opening my mouth. Alrighty, he's dead. Now then, I'm going to go back to the middle there so I can have those guys gather scrap, I guess. Yep. So now in the middle here, we have this thing. It's the drone plant, and they operate drones, and they go out and bring us back scrap. So that takes a little while, but that's now what they do. So that's cool. I don't really think that there's anything to loot on the right side, but I am going to take a look, I suppose. I'll take... Give me these guys. There is, I see food there. I'll loot some of that. I'll bring these gun guys with me, I guess, in case I would need them. I don't think I will, but... We do have more food. We should pop that. Oh, man, that guy's one of the exploded guys. Nope. Fuck. Damn it, that's not what I want to do. Now I pretty much have to hide behind this wall until he's dead, because I don't want these guys to die. Okay, did we kill him? Yep. Looks like somebody got a heck of a far bullet on him. Alrighty. I guess I'll have these guys trying to pop that. I don't think that'll happen tonight, but... Or today, rather. I don't want to pop those eggs. They're just too deadly to deal with whenever we're not behind a wall. That's going to take a little while, I guess. I'll go ahead and set these guys behind this wall. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to do during these last couple of days because thankfully these drones will go out and collect scrap for you and stuff. So I would like to set up mines if I was able to, but we'll see what happens. I generally, if you take the engineers off the wall, you're like in the end game. There's like not much that's gonna go on besides, you know, it's like the last day. You're either about to die or it's the last day. That's the reason you take those guys off the walls. We need 3 more scrap to upgrade this again. Okay. So I want to make sure that my diggers got back behind the wall. And I do need to upgrade my walls again. That's pretty, honestly, over the next 5 days, that's my 2 biggest concerns are to upgrade the house, upgrade our walls to max, and I think that's about it. So these guys did pop that pustule successfully, so that's good. Put these guys back behind the wall now. And this right side should be more than safe. Whew. It's been pretty stressful on and off. At least I'll be on the left wall by the time that night falls. I would like to have... What would be ideal? Well, I'd like to have a full cast of characters, but I guess 20 people would be nice to have by the end of the day on the 25th. So, yep. Now we're getting ready for the night. This pustule could go ahead and get popped. I wish if I had time to get my shovel guys over here, but I just really don't. So, we are ready for the night, thank goodness. Okay, there comes explodey guys. Basically the first wave, as usual. Thank goodness we only have 5 more days. These are getting harder and harder. Cool. So this bigger wave is coming, and we have our nice train doing the little rocket shoots, which is really, really cool. I hate these bomb guys. They're getting a couple bombs off, but that's fine. Ooh, good. I also see up in the top right that our other wall isn't doing great, and it is only the first part of the night, so that's kind of tough. Okay, they did get it repaired. That's good. That's good. Because I can't really get off of this wall without letting this wall fall. Okay, so this guy's just about dead, and that's all. Probably, just about. Whew. I do also need the ability to grow outside the left wall would be nice. Grow out the left wall so that I could get that kitchen open, but I don't know. I do know I want this housing unit upgraded. So that I get another tramp once that hits level 4. Go ahead and set this guy back on the wall because I accidentally picked him up. And day 21. That is good. Shoo-wee. It's, like I said, getting harder and harder every night. Nice, and we do have more scrap here. I did say, let's see, it would be about 30 some scrap to expand the wall out again, which sucks, but oh well. Okay, 3, 6, 7 plus 6, 13. So yeah, about 35 scrap, and I'll expand the wall out again. I don't even know if we'll hit 35 scrap. There's another tramp for us though. I do know that if it looks like it's not going to happen, getting the wall expanded out again, I will just upgrade the walls that we have already with that 30 some scrap. So we do have room enough for 4 more tramps, so I would like to get as many of those as possible, which we'll get by unlocking this kitchen in a couple days. I guess I could go ahead and, while we have one digger here, just like pop these eggs and try and pop the pustule too. And I guess while I'm here, I could go ahead and have these looter guys come in and loot these mushrooms. Alrighty. It's funny how, like, you know, these big jobs throughout like the other 20 days has made it so that we just have these little expeditions and jobs that we do during the day on day 21. So when I can get these guys behind the wall and get this digger guy here finished doing his, you know, popping this pustule, I will go ahead and pop these eggs on the left so that we can deal with them in the calmness of the day and retreat behind my walls. Alright, so just about have it pop, thankfully. Oh my goodness, he's putting out a lot of blood. There we go. Now then, we'll go ahead and pop these eggs. Damn, that wasn't for nothing, was it? I guess give me these mushrooms. Because I'm staying on this left wall tonight, so I'm pretty much already where I need to be. Day 21, thank goodness. We don't have very many days left. I don't know, it's really not looking like I'm going to be able to expand the walls out. I'm going to go, well, at the end of the night tonight, I'll go and take a look and see how much scrap the drones have brought. These take 3, 6, 9 plus 8. So 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 scrap, 34. Damn, for both sides of the wall. It's really worth doing, but it just sucks. I'm not, well, I don't know. We'll see how much scrap I have at the end of tonight. Because that would be basically 30 plus 17, or like 34 plus 17, so almost like 60 scrap to be able to almost 30 scrap to be able to, I'm sorry, almost 60 scrap to be able to upgrade both walls to max and expand. It would take 34 scrap to upgrade the walls we have now. It would cost 60 scrap in total to expand and upgrade both my walls. So I'm just trying to math out if that's even feasible across 3 days. I know we're not really doing much these 3 days, but damn. On the bright side, it looks like our right wall is keeping from falling. I know these later days are slowing way down, but man, when we get to that last day, it's gonna be crazy. Alrighty, so we just about have this night whipped. More mutants by the left wall, and they're dead. Coolio. Let's go see how much scrap we got. If I could have some kind of assurance it would stay calm long enough, I would push that left side, but man, I almost have enough scrap to expand the wall at least. I'm thinking, honestly, that might be what I do. It kind of sucks, but I need to expand. 1, 2, 3, and then set the engineers on here. I just wanted to make sure that this guy didn't have the grenade launcher things yet, and he doesn't. So okay, so set about doing it again. Engineer, that guy will move up. Ooh, that cement mixer, I forgot about that. And I also need to put somebody in here. Can I put no, that's fine. While I'm on this left wall, I'm just going to go ahead and have this digger give up his job so that I can have him work that, so we can attract more workers. 18 out of 22. Okay. Because he will become a chef, and he will make food. So there he is, and then about once a day we'll get another tramp. Yep, there's a tramp. Hold up, guys. I need you to continue working on this wall. Put these guys here. I'll go ahead and grab this tramp. I'm going to get him back to being a shovel guy. I forget how much food it takes to get that cook to do his function, but we are doing pretty good right now. You know what? I'm not even going to do the shovel guy just yet. I'm going to do another gun guy. Yes, and we'll have more scrap as I come back. Great. Perfect. Actually, what I'm going to do, no, I'm not going to get greedy. I was going to get greedy and upgrade that right wall, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that left wall is upgraded. Don't get greedy. Here at the end, don't be stupid. Just play it. Just have a plan in your head and don't let it get thrown out of whack by something not going to plan. So now I'll set this guy on the left wall. What the fuck is the engineer doing? Oh yeah. Engineers, fix this wall up. I want it at least to the next one. Is that what I had the last wall at? Yes, that's at least what I had the last wall at. Okay. Now, I would like to set people to work on this cement thing. I just can't do it just yet. Okay. Please get this wall up and running ASAP times 2. Once we see the cross beams, we know that they're just about done. Okay, so they got the last wall up. Let me see some cross beams, fellas. There we go, cross beams. Just a couple more hits. Nice. And then I'll put these guys on the wall. Okay, so we were able to expand, thank God. And 4 more scrap, I can expand again. So I'll go ahead and pop these eggs. Cool. And I am here on the left wall, so it's not going to be any worse than it is normally for me to watch the left wall. If I have about 5 guys on the left wall, maybe 6 counting the gunner on the train, that means I have 12 guys on the other wall. I hope that's enough. Mutant spotted by the right wall. Good, good, good. Killing these things. I'd like to have more engineers. I'd like to have a little bit more of everybody, but I'm going to look here, see if we got our tramp yet. I think they come in the mornings, if besides when they initially spawn. Okay. Good, good, good. I'm glad we got that missile launcher on our side. That's probably why that right wall is falling, is because they don't have that missile launcher guy, which kind of sucks, having both me and the missile launcher guy, but mutant spotted by the left wall. Oh, you don't say. Damn. I was just thinking about it, I was like, maybe I should send this to the right wall. I think what I'm going to do is over the next 2 days, I'm going to set things up heavy on this wall, and then I will put myself on the right wall. Maybe. We're going to see what happens. Mutant spotted by the right wall. Hopefully it's just those grenade launcher guys left, because they, with guns, these guys seem like they can handle them, so. If I did, well, I'm going to stay right here until morning to see if... Yep, there's another tramp. Perfect, dude. And then this guy should be just about out of food, if I'm not mistaken. Grab this fella. Nope, he's not out of food. I'm going to wait till morning and see if he goes out of food. He's got me worried about the amount of food that he has, because I do not want him to stop recruiting no matter what. Now, hold up. Is it not? Yeah, it's only 4 more pieces of scrap. So I can have that right wall... upgraded. So there's more scrap, and I'll go ahead and get a shovel guy, and then set these engineers to upgrade this wall. I honestly think we might be able to upgrade the wall twice, but I'm not super sure on that. So all this is fine. Damn it. I think what I'm going to do is make some mines maybe instead. Damn it. We're getting into the nitty gritty now. The 24th night is the very last night, I believe, so. And then if you make it to the 25th day, then you survive and you win. So yay. Shoot. If I put 2 shovel guys on the left wall, and then maybe 2 more gun guys on the left wall. Leave it here with the train guys. I wonder if that's enough. I'm just not so sure. Pop these eggs. All I know is we're going to know very shortly if that's enough. We really don't even need food. That trader guy is gone. The train guy is gone. The only guy who needs food is this guy, and he's apparently making it last, so... I hope that we get another tramp here soon. I also would like to have guys on the cement, but, you know, I guess that's slow rolling. I bet if I go back, though, I can get some scrap metal to get ready to upgrade my walls whenever I have a chance. I guess on the last night, I'll set these 2 guys to man that cement thing. That I've been talking about. Whew. It's just, we're getting down, not to the nitty gritty just yet, that's tomorrow, but, you know, we're getting down to the last little bit of it here, where you don't want to, where you want to make as best of decisions as you're possibly able to. That thing isn't even bleeding yet. That's how fucking thick those tier 3s are. Of course, I only have 1 digger pounding away at it, but, okay. That's taking a fucking while. I wish this guy took more food and gave me more tramps. He's just taking a while. It's such a shame. Any other time that I've ever had that guy, I've been like, oh my god, I fucking wish he didn't take so much food. And then here, now that I have plenty of food to give him, he doesn't need it. Get behind this wall, digger. I'm worried about you. Left side is coming together. It's just not quite ready yet. On the last day for the waves, these big tier 3s turn into those giant berserk guys, I called them. I don't really know what they're called, behemoths or whatever. So that kind of sucks, but I don't really have the ability to do anything about that. So as soon as I'm able, I'll recruit this guy, And that guy still does not need food, so they fought off the initial wave, and I'll help them with the next one. I am a little bit worried about that right wall, since I made the revelation that me and the train are on this left wall, especially considering how fucking thick this wave is. I don't know. They're really putting the pounding on this wall, but I will say the right wall is upgraded though, so there is that. Oh man, they're really putting the pounding on this wall, huh? That guy should be dead very shortly, followed by that guy. The bomb throwers. Hopefully these engineers get on it and work. Damn it. Another bomb guy. They're kind of annoying. Alright, engineers, get out there and work on it. And then just as soon as I'm able to... I should be able to sneak away, actually. I'm going to go get another shovel guy for the left side. Tonight is the night, so... you guys better bring me in some good stuff. Alrighty. That's that. And let me just think for 2 seconds. We can make our lives way easier if I'm able to expand out one more time. And I just don't think I can. Okay. If. Okay. We're gonna make a fucking executive decision here and do something rash. This is what we call, don't listen to your own advice, do something extremely fucking risky at the end here. Because I desperately want this upgrade here, which makes everybody's bullets fire those explosive bullets. Okay. Upgrade the piss out of this wall. Put the diggers back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You fellas just make sure this wall is in tip-top condition. 1, 2. Okay. Just to be clear. Fuck. Okay. Put another engineer on it. So I need to be able to put one more engineer, but I don't really have the ability to yet. This is really bad. This is probably the decision that will kill me. But on the bright side... Okay, there's more scrap going back. That's fine. Okay. I want to set these engineers to build another tier of this wall. Good. And then I'll go back to the left. Honestly, not great, but not that bad either. So, okay. So we'll have more scrap, which means I can upgrade... Well, let me go ahead and grab these guys. There's nothing else I'm going to be able to upgrade. I need to get ready for tonight. Okay. Now, give me... Okay. I want to upgrade here. I want to put another engineer on that. Okay. Give me 2 gun guys. So, 1, 2... I'm going to put 2 gun guys on the left side, along with another shovel guy. Okay, I think I'm going to put 2 engineers back down. That's fine. Perfect. I know that this doesn't make a lot of sense. This makes it kind of seem like incoherent rambling, but this is all going to add up. I want to be on the right side. For me to be on the right side, I have to make sure that the left side is hella reinforced. In order to make that happen, I have to move resources from the right side to the left side, which is what I'm doing right now. And that is pretty well the meat and potatoes of it. So that's that. Put the engineer, shovel guy, 2 gun guys, and that's it on the left side, I guess. If I get a engineer, I can go put it on the cement, which is what I'm going to do. This is really not bad. It's just not good either. Give me the engineer. I'm going to put him on the cement to make the walls hold out longer. Okay. Good. Put them on the wall. Since this guy is so close, I might help them for a sec. Okay, they're fine. Our walls do currently have an upgrade. That right side's about to fall. That's okay. I don't like that, but I sort of anticipated that. That just means I put all those resources into holding that right wall. So many guys just fell on the right side, I believe. Uh-oh. I'm making my way that way. Oh, this is awful. This is how you lose here at the end. Okay, going out. Uh-oh, so many people. I just saw so many guys get downed. I need that train car. Oh, this is awful. Well, this is just about it. I assume I will see you guys whenever we get back here at day 25, but we are going to keep fighting until we fall. So, yikes. That sucks. Anyway, I'll tell you one thing that I can do. I can put myself out here to give us a little more time because I do have the flashbang. So, part of the gimmick is making it until morning. Unfortunately, just as soon as they see this generator is when it's going to be dead. So, that sucks. Anyway, I'll see you guys back here for another final night on day 24. You can see how far we made it on the little thing down there. So anyway, I'll see you guys back here on night 24. This is kind of cool because this is where you can see like all the upgrades as you unlock them. I really like this place. This is like the ammunition factory that that we operated there at the end, and then this is like what lets us heal severely wounded units, and this is like the cement factory that we had, and then finally this is what let me upgrade my, they call them stalkers, but those like little scavenger guys to their ultimate form. And you can also see in the bottom left the upgrades I used for that run, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys back there at night. Later. Okay, so we're once again on the very last day here, and this time I just wanted to give a little walk around my base before we get started for the night. From the left here, we're right outside of the larva farm. We've got a big long trail of barbed wire. Last night we got hit pretty hard on the left side, but that's not a problem because I'm going to get that fixed up today. And then we got some more barbed wire and some housing, and we've expanded the metal, the highest tier of barriers for 2 walls, so that's good. Normally I have people manning the cement machine, but I had to get them working on repairing the wall, so that first metal wall, so that's what I had them work on. Otherwise everything else is pretty normal. I do have these engineers working on making landmines for these later sections, which is good. I'm gonna go ahead and get these engineers off here. I'm gonna drop 2 engineers, I think is what I want to do, and then I'm going to continue on because I want to switch them out for gunmen. That left wall is really lacking, so I want to get that left wall souped up. As we continue on here, you can notice more mines and more engineers. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to drop 1 engineer off. I just kind of feel like that's the right call. Drop an engineer off, and then I almost picked up another engineer wrench. Little goofy. I'll go ahead and grab the machine gun. Nice. And then we are basically setting up for a massive assault tonight. Of course, I've got these more housing units. I've got metal extended to either side. I've got these guys working fervently on this explosive ammunition. I've got a couple of machine gunner guys. Looks like I've also got an engineer guy. I'm going to put 1 more engineer guy on here. And then this right side is as locked down as the right side is going to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and rush back over to the left side. Let me make sure. Yep, we're all good. I wanted to make sure I had the correct, guys and everything. Before we start the night, I want to make sure to put these engineers I currently have in my party on making cement. So, and that is the last little piece of the puzzle. Honestly, we cannot get much better than this. I was able to expand a little bit further and a lot harder because I had different kinds of perks on my guys, which was really nice. I also have 2 tramps here ready to recruit if I were to be able to. Unfortunately, I'm not, as I don't have the housing space, and I don't have the time to build the housing space, so which is kind of a shame. I'll go ahead and put these 3 tramps on this left wall, and we are ready for the night. We've got in total on this left wall 2 engineers, 7 scavs, and 2 guys with shovels, the diggers. So in total we have 24 units, and I currently have 4, 8, 11 on this left wall. So we just have to hope we hold out. Keep a close eye up on the top there on our wall's strength, and hope and pray we can make it through the night so that I don't have to do another 2-hour attempt at this, huh? Oh well, don't worry. I'm sure we'll win this time. Anyway, we're holding pretty steady on this left side here. We've only had 1 bomb kind of get through, so, and we also have mines if they happen to rush us and get a little bit close, which I anticipate the big ball throwers just might, and if not, yep, one of the crawlers will. So we were able to push back. Otherwise, I have pretty similar perks as before. The only perks that I have that are pretty different are my diggers now do more damage and they dig faster, so that's cool. These guys have pushed up as far as our barrier, so that's kind of tough, but we have bomb guys. I do see up in the top right that our wall is about to break on the right side. That's kind of tough, but that's alright. I also have mines and metal walls on the right side as well. The right side is way more decked out than the left side, if you can believe it. So if the right side falls, well, we're just kind of SOL. I do want to keep an eye on it if this extra wall falls. I'm a little bit worried about that, but we'll have to see what happens. The second wall is just as decked out as the first wall. Okay, so those guys, our engineers, were able to work on our left wall a little bit there while there was a little lapse in the action. And as I said, usually, in my opinion, the second wave isn't as bad as the first wave. However, this being the last night, we'll have to see. So yeah, we're pushing them back. It does look like they're gradually encroaching on our space here. However, defeating that big guy was big, and we just stunned as we hit 30% HP on this wall. The top right wall, it is broke. The other 2 walls are not as strong, so these guys are pulling back to this leftmost wall. I'm going to go over to the right wall, rush real quick. I am extremely worried about the rightmost wall now. As they get closer and as the night progresses, I'm going to be a little bit more worried about both sides. I need to make sure that this right wall is safe, though. The left wall falling doesn't bode well for us either, but kind of oh well. Yes, okay. So there is an issue. They would have punched through our wall here. Man, I don't know why we aren't dealing as much damage as I would like, but that's okay. The left wall does seem to be holding for some reason. The right wall, on the other hand, is not. We are gradually being pushed back. We have one last wall to hold, and we are get a lot of the way through the night. I'm glad I made the choice to come to the right wall. I do think we're going to be okay, even if we have to hold this last shitty wall, and even if we have to use my stun. I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to go ahead, I think, and put myself in a position to use my stun if I would have to. But otherwise, I think we are very close to ending the night. If that was not the end right there. I'm going to go ahead and peek my head out a little bit. I think that is close to being the end. I see the gray bar is encroaching a little bit, and we do have guys out here who are injured. So, anyway, we are just about finished. The left side just got finished. Let's see what we have left on this right side. Looks like we have at least an enemy. Oh, another small wave of enemies. Okay, so there we go. Those guys got wiped out. Hopefully not too much more. I'm debating very seriously just going and getting the guys from the left wall to come help on the right wall. If it gets too heavy, I will go get the guys from the left wall. But as it stands right now, it's just these guys. Honestly, if it's just these guys, I might want to go grab them real quick. I'm going to keep a close eye out on that right wall. I mean, there's not a lot I can do if it does start to fall, so Oh, nice. We survived. Hey. Nice. No time to relax, lads. Holy guacamole. So guess what, fellas? We just won. Nice. Which is really cool. I was a little bit apprehensive there towards the end. I didn't know if we were going to do it, considering that the, sorry, the music got much louder on my end. I wasn't sure that we could do it, considering that the train had fell, and that train is so much stronger than I am. But I did double back over, and we were able to clean it up. So you can see our end results here, resource by resource, and then there is don't worry if you're not catching it as it comes by. There's a little recap at the end here too. So pretty fucking cool. I'm glad that we were able to beat that on the hard difficulty. I would not anticipate me doing this on a difficulty any harder, at least until more of this game comes out. As it stands, this is all you're going to see from me for this game, so I'm going to consider this a pretty well complete Let's Play. We played it on the season difficulty. We got a rank of B. You know what? That ain't half bad, so I'm really glad that we were as successful as we were. You can see the credits screen here. I'm not going to make you sit through the whole thing. I just want to go ahead and give my post-game recap. I had a really fun time with this one, as I usually do. Pixar is pretty talented. I don't really like their other games. They're like puzzle games, but I think that's just because I don't like puzzle games, not because I don't like their games, because this game is pretty cool. I'm interested to see whenever this comes out of early access, or at least another level gets included. You'll see that in a follow-up video if that ever is the case. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.